budget smartphone market continues to be competitive. Gone are the plasticky and bulky smartphones that crawled along due to low RAM and plenty of bloatware. They've been replaced with a breed of budget phones that manage to work well, while looking stylish. That's the balance the Nuu G3 is striving towards, and if it came out a year or two ago, the G3 would undoubtedly have turned heads. But it's 2018, and the Nuu faces some stiff competition from the likes of Motorola, Honor, and Nokia. Nuu is a Chinese smartphone brand that released its first smartphone in 2012. You can find some of its devices at retailers like Best Buy and Walmart, but the brand is still relatively unknown in the US. Nuu hopes to change that with its latest budget phone, which costs just $200. At a quick glance, the Nuu G3 doesn't look like its price tag. Its aluminum case is sandwiched by glass, a little unusual for a budget phone, but don't expect the same durability you'd find on a flagship phone like the iPhone X or Galaxy S9. Nuu doesn't use Gorilla Glass or any other hardened glass, which means a single drop would likely shatter the screen and rear. You'll definitely want to be cautious about dropping it. A case is included in the box, but it's meant more to guard against scratches, not drops. There are two color options for the Nuu G3, blue and taupe. We reviewed the former, but no matter what color you choose, you'll find the phone to be a fingerprint magnet. That's no fault of Nuu, however, as it's also a problem with high-end phones that use glass. The G3 has a 5.7-inch, 18:9 aspect ratio screen, a relatively new trend that's already seeping into the budget market. It means the phone is a little longer, and you'll be able to see a little more content on vertical scrolling apps. This aspect ratio is usually paired with a bezel-less design, where the edges surrounding the screen are incredibly thin. We wouldn't exactly call the G3's design bezel-less, but they are indeed small and unobtrusive. The volume rocker and power button are on the right edge of the phone, with the latter button having a handy pattern so it's easy to distinguish. Flip the Nuu G3 over and you'll find a dual camera system with the LED flash to the right. The fingerprint sensor is housed directly below the camera. This setup looks an awful lot like the new Galaxy S9 Plus, but there's a giant Nuu logo at the bottom to remind you it's not a Samsung phone. The fingerprint sensor responds quickly, without the need to frequently adjust our finger. On the bottom of the G3 are bottom-firing speakers, as well as a USB Type-C charging port. The phone's audio capabilities fall firmly in budget phone territory. It's nothing to write home about. Sadly, there's no headphone jack. There's a USB-C to 3.5mm adapter in the box instead, so